Bueno amigos, seguimos en Comic Con. Ahora estamos visitando a nuestros queridos amigos de Factory Entertainment y Barry está una vez más con nosotros. Hi Barry, welcome to the show.
Buenos días.
So, what's new on Factory Entertainment for Comic Con?
Everything in these cabinets is new. This is all our coming soon stuff for later this year and 2019 and in some cases 2020. First up, we got some new items from DC. This is actually a marble statue that we designed and developed for the first Wonder Woman movie, but we've actually adapted it and changed it. This will be the final sculpt, but it'll be this look, this color, so it looks like marble, looks like an actual statue of a Greek goddess, and that will be coming out more closer to the second Wonder Woman movie, the one set in the 80s.
Ok, cuando salga la segunda película de la Mujer Maravilla vendrá esta estatua, que lo que están viendo es la forma en la que se verá. Sin embargo, se va a hacer una reescultura y va a ser la imagen de la fotografía, y la imagen está hecha para que parezca como que fue hecha realmente de mármol.
And then we have Aquaman's trident from the new Aquaman movie. That will be a 1-to-1 scale prop replica. This is just a prototype in plastic, but the final thing will be metal, and it is 6 feet, 70 inches long.
Este es el báculo de Aquaman. Este es un prototipo apenas, pero es el tamaño real, que va a medir 6 pies, o lo que es lo mismo, casi metro y cachito. Y bueno, ahorita es un prototipo, pero esto va a salir para cuando esté lista la película.
And we have Wonder Woman's sword. Last year we did a Wonder Woman metal sword that sold out almost instantly and is now super hard to find. This is the LARP version, so this is in foam, so you can bring this to a convention because the metal sword, great as it was, it's lethal and you can't leave the house with it.
Esa es la espada de la Mujer Maravilla, que bueno, la vez pasada se hizo una versión de metal, la cual se agotó prácticamente de inmediato, y esta es una versión de foam, de espuma, que puedes llevarla a cualquier convención.
And then we have Joker and Harley's wedding cake topper. It's going to be a vinyl and plastic statue, and whether you want to actually use it as a wedding cake topper or just as a statue. But we think it's cute, and we think we want people to send us pictures of their wedding cake with that on the top.
Bueno, nosotros, ellos están esperando que esto lo usen para lo que es. Esto es un adorno para pastel de bodas, ya sea que lo quieran usar para eso o no. Si lo hacen, les gustaría que les enviaran fotos de su pastel de bodas y las puedan tener ahí.
And then I think we showed you these at New York Toy Fair. These are our Revos. These are collectible vinyl figures that have a weighted basis, so they wobble and they rock, and you can knock them around and spin them, but they won't fall over because they have a heavy weight in the bottom. So all of these ones are prototypes. These are the first wave that we're launching with Jurassic Park and the horror titles here, the 3 horror characters. These will be coming out this year. The prototype ones will be coming out as these sell out. We'll bring out further waves over and over again.
Algo de esto ya se los habíamos mostrado un poco en Toy Fair, pero ya los formatos están más terminados. Estos son los Revos, que tienen una base móvil que los hace como los Weebles, más o menos, para que se puedan mover. Los primeros lanzamientos son los que están viendo en pantalla, las figuras de terror y Jurassic Park. Y bueno, ahí también está It. Y lo que habían visto al principio, las figuras del Mago de Oz y las de Volver al Futuro 2, esas estarán disponibles más adelante.
And we have a new line for this year. One of our Comic-Con exclusives is this metal die-cast Georgie's boat from the movie It, and people love it. It's probably going to sell out today. We're down to the last 100 or so pieces, so we're expanding the range out to more. These are like little slices of movie objects, things. There's no people. They're all props or MacGuffins or high-profile things from movies, but they're all die-cast. So they're heavyweight metal. They come in this collector-grade packaging, and we're going to do them in waves. So you'll have horror waves, we'll have Jaws, we'll have Looney Tunes. You're going to see a lot of these from us. Some of them are funny. They're a kind of a joke. You know, this one from The Big Lebowski is fairly rude, but anybody who's seen the movie will get the joke.
That's a great idea, man.
It's funny.
Es una gran idea esto que están presentando ahora Factory. La exclusiva de Comic Con es el barquito que están viendo, que es el barco de la película It. Y van a sacar esta línea muy similar a los autos que todos conocemos, pero se va a concentrar en artículos, en props de las películas. Por ejemplo, ahí está el prototipo de lo que va a ser la imagen de Viernes 13, que es la máscara de Jason. En Halloween 2, la máscara de Michael Myers, de un Pesadilla en la calle del infierno, estará el guante y así, ¿no? Si vienen otras cosas, ahí están los prototipos de Jaws y de Shaun of the Dead. Y por ejemplo, aquí del otro lado lo que estaban mostrando, que es es el set de The Big Lebowski, que bueno, ahorita muchos podrán no entenderlo, pero los que vieron la película ya se entenderán un poco la broma. Y todos son die-cast, son de metal.
Yeah, it's the only Jaws barrel that won't float.
Es el único barril de tiburón que no flota.
And we have two new statues from Harry Potter. We have the Riddle Grave, which will be out this year, and that's a replica of the famous scene where the statue comes to life. And it will come with two pairs of hands, so you can have him holding the scythe like that, or you can have him holding the scythe across his chest. And then early next year we will have the Hagrid with the baby Fluffy. Nobody ever saw Fluffy when he was a baby, but we learn in the book that he got him, quote, from a guy in the pub. So he must have been small enough to fit into a pub at that point. So we decided we would recreate him. And he will have a light inside. The lantern will light up and flicker with a light on it.
When is it going to be available, this one?
This one will be towards the end of this year. This is third quarter 2018, and then this one will be early 2019.
Ok, bueno, la imagen que estamos viendo aquí en este momento es la de la tumba de Tom Riddle, de Harry Potter. Va a venir con dos cabezas y esto va a salir a finales del año. Y la versión de Hagrid, que viene con el pequeño Fluffy, imaginándose, como lo dice en el libro, que la consiguió desde muy pequeño, en algún momento debía ser pequeño la mascota. Bueno, esto va a estar disponible en el primer cuarto del próximo año, por ahí de primavera de 2019.
And we have our range that we launched at Toy Fair, which is the Paws Play. These are dogs and cats dressed up as their favorite superheroes, and you see Big Bruce over here as the giant version. These are selling well, and we have more characters for other licenses. We have an exclusive for Breaking Bad. We have Jurassic Park dinosaurs dressed up as their favorite heroes, and you'll see more and more of those. Our statue that we did for Alex Ross, which is the famous piece of artwork, we're showing people what they think. We're doing it in a bronze finish because we think it looks like it should have been a proper statue, a real life-size thing. It's just here to show people what they think. We have no plans on that one. We're just interested in people's feedback.
Ok, esta imagen que están viendo es una estatua haciendo un homenaje a la famosa imagen de Alex Ross. No está en producción, se necesita saber qué es lo que opina el público, entonces lo estamos mostrando. Cualquier opinión que tengan, the opinion, where should describe it to?
Come to the
factory?
website, yep, or through our social media, Facebook, which is factoryent.com.
Factoryent.com o los, ¿qué sería? Instagram, Twitter.
Yep, Factoryent.
Factoryent, y ahí díganle si les gusta o no les gusta. I love it.
I love it, and I hope to make it. So here's hoping.
Y bueno, y estos pequeños son los post-play, que son versiones de superhéroes hechos en sus mascotas. Y bueno, aquí al lado tenemos a Bruce gigantesco, que a ver si los podemos mostrar. Ahí está Bruce. Nada más para que se den cuenta de lo gigante que puede ser. Bueno, estas figuras ahorita son personajes de DC Comics y ya los hay. Hay una versión exclusiva aquí de Breaking Bad.
Then we have one of our best pieces this year. This was released earlier this year. It's the Batcave from the 1966 series. I put 2 years of my life into that one, and we made 250 of them, and we've sold just over 210, and the last 40 pieces will probably go pretty quick, and hopefully that's the first in a line. We're hoping to do more iconic sets like this, but there are only a few things that can you really do like this without people in them. Empty rooms, there are only a few iconic things. So again, if people want to see certain things, drop us a line through social media, tell us what you want to see, and we'll maybe try and do it.
So people can acquire that one?
They can buy that right now. We don't have it here because it's physically huge, but they can order it online. There are about 40 pieces left worldwide, and then that is it. We will not do that again.
You said 250?
We made 250 total. We've sold just over 210, so there are about 40 pieces left.
Este es el éxito del año. Esto se presentó a principios de año. Es el set de la Baticueva, y de las cuales se hicieron 250 piezas. Ya se han vendido 210. Están quedando alrededor de 40 piezas, un poquito menos tal vez por cuestión de inventarios. Y están esperando también ideas para crear un set similar donde no se incluyan personajes, ¿no? Pueden ser sets icónicos. And I don't know, I'm thinking the Jupiter 1 or maybe the Ghostbusters station.
Jupiter 1, Ghostbusters, Star Trek. There are other Batcaves. We have our eye on a certain other Batcave, which we think people will agree with.
Yeah, the comic one, probably. The big Joker and the
big
dinosaur.
Joker and a big penny.
Yeah, the big penny. Y ahora tenemos abajo, we have a
We have
sword.
the sword of Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride, the sword of the six-fingered man. It's something we actually made 6, 7, 8 years ago, and we sold out 8 years ago, and people have begged us to bring it back, so here it is, back again.
Aquí está la espada de la película de Princess Bride, que no fue un éxito de ninguna manera, pero la espada sí lo fue, se hizo hace 6, 7 años y el público ha pedido que vuelva y aquí lo tenemos nuevamente.
We have our rubber batarangs that we're going to be bringing out next year. They're, again, for cosplay, to bring at conventions. So they look exactly like the real thing, but they're soft rubber. You can throw them at people and you won't hurt them. They're designed for cosplay.
That's a great idea, man. We have to think about cosplayers.
Oh, yeah.
Bueno, para los cosplayers, estos batiboomerangs que van a salir a principios del próximo año, son hechos de foamy para que los puedas llevar sin problemas a las convenciones. Se ven reales, se ven como si fueran los de la película, pero son seguros y pueden pasar cualquier inspección y además no van a lastimar a nadie.
And then we have another cabinet around the corner.
Y tenemos más exclusivas.
Excuse me, guys. Could I just ask you to thank you?
Whoa.
So the big news in this cabinet is 007, James Bond. We've been doing James Bond products for a long time. Up here we have some 12-inch figures from our friends at Big Chief in the UK. We're distributing for them here in the US. They've been out for a while. This is their Goldfinger line, and then later this year they'll be doing a new line of figures from Live and Let Die.
Ok, estos se los mostramos en Toy Fair el año pasado, me parece. Estas son las producciones del Reino Unido que ahora se están distribuyendo en los Estados Unidos. Esta es la línea de Goldfinger, está Oddjob, está James Bond y Ori Goldfinger, por supuesto. And the retail price on this?
$249.
$249, bastante decente porque las figuras son impresionantes. Ahorita no se ven. There's no showing for display, right?
Yeah, and from up till now you've only been able to order them from the UK, but we will have stock here in the US so we can supply them to Mexico, no problem.
Ok, los pueden comprar en el sitio de Factory End y las mandan a México. Están increíbles. Digo, no se ven ahorita, pero créanme, busquen el video del año pasado y están muy buenas. Y bueno, tenemos el próximo año va a haber una línea de License to Kill, o
Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die, sí, la película de Roger Moore.
Solitaire and
¿Jaws?
No.
Bueno, viene el Jane Seymour como Solitaire, Roger Moore como James Bond, and it has to be this big black guy.
Hat, yeah.
Yeah. Bueno, un personaje de la película Live and Let Die.
I've forgotten his name.
I'm ashamed as well. I'm supposed to be the James Bond expert.
I know, me too, right?
Yeah.
So onto the James Bond prop replicas. So we've been doing Bond prop replicas now for nearly 10 years, and we finally have some new replicas coming up. The first one will be from the famous Day of the Dead scenes in the Mexico City opening of Spectre, and that is copied directly from the prop that Daniel Craig wore. We were given it to borrow, and we actually cast straight from it. And we're also going to include, he used a cane, if you remember the scene, he hits a guy with a cane that he grabs from an audience member, so that's the cane head, and we're going to include the two together as a kind of a Day of the Dead set, so you'll have a Daniel Craig Day of the Dead prop replica.
De la película de James Bond, la que se desarrolla en México, esta es el prop, una copia del prop que usó Daniel Craig. Y lo que están viendo al lado también es la punta del bastón que usa en la película. También aquí está, va a ser una nueva edición, un prop nuevo.
We have the Q pin from Quantum of Solace. It was the solid silver pin that they wore to identify themselves, and our replica is solid silver. We're doing another Spectre ring. That's the famous one from Thunderball. That's the one that Emil Largo wore, and that will be a 18-karat gold ring with a vermeil sterling silver surface finish. Very few people, there's a lot of argument. They thought that the face of the skin was mother of pearl, but it was not. It was actually highly polished silver. It appears white on camera, but we guarantee it was silver, not mother of pearl.
Ok, bueno, este es el anillo de Spectre, el que se usa en Thunderball, el que Emilio Largo usa para identificarse, y Adolfo Celli era el actor. Y bueno, es 18 carats, right?
Yeah.
18 quilates de oro y la parte de arriba es plata. Plata pura, se me olvida la traducción. Plata pura. Y bueno, del otro lado está el pin de la película Quantum of Solace, que es el que usan para identificarse también en plata.
And then the big daddy of them all, the Golden Gun. We made this 8 years ago. We sold out. We did 2 versions. One of them was famously a dual signature piece with both Roger Moore and Christopher Lee, which was one of my great honors to be able to produce that. Sadly, both of those gentlemen have since passed away. Every week we get a phone call or an email from somebody, when am I going to get the Golden Gun again? When can I buy it? When can I buy it? We've been saying, we're not going to do it, we're not going to do it, we're not going to do it. And finally we just said, you know what, there's so many people who missed it last time, so we are going to go back. We're calling it Golden Gun 2.0. It is different. It will be completely new tooling. The grey piece you see here is the tooling master for the new one. Very few people will notice the differences because they're very subtle, but we've just made some small improvements that we wanted to make. Technology has improved, things got better. It will be a metal replica, fully gold-plated. It will come to pieces exactly as you see here, and it will be different. So anybody who owns the original one, that one will still be highly valuable, but this allows anybody who missed it last time around to get one.
De la película 007, el hombre con el revólver de oro, este es el prop réplica. Se hizo una hace varios años, se agotó, se hizo una versión de duelo junto con la versión de Christopher Lee, que era Scaramanga, y ahora viene esta nueva versión que es un retooling, es una nueva versión, es una copia, los cambios fueron muy sutiles, pero lo suficiente como para que los que tengan la primera versión tengan un coleccionable todavía muy valioso, y esta segunda va a venir en partes con el chapa de oro. It's going to be just the paint, the gold paint, right?
Actually gold-plated, no, 18-karat gold-plated, exactly like the original prop.
Va a tener chapa de oro de 18 quilates también, igual que la primera versión. Bueno, se va a ensamblar. Y esto ha regresado porque los fans lo han pedido.
We have a bunch of horror things, Shaun of the Dead, more things. We love the Universal Monsters, so we have keychains, we have some cane heads there, and we'll be bringing out more things from Universal Monsters. We've also got cane heads from Game of Thrones and from DC Comics. There's no fun canes that you can use. They're all the sort of thing that your grandmother would use. So people who need to use a cane, I walk with a cane from time to time, and we just thought, you know what, let's give people some cool cane heads, give them something fun to do.
Yeah, I used cane a little bit.
Sometimes,
Yeah, they were boring. So.
They're very boring, yeah.
Bueno, los bastones son muy aburridos, es terrible tener que usar uno, pero nosotros que hemos tenido que usar uno de vez en cuando, ahora lo podemos hacer con estilo porque hay cabezas no solamente de los personajes de los monstruos de Universal, también tenemos a otros personajes como DC, Comics, y bueno, hay una amplia variedad para darle.
Jurassic Park's a big year this year with the new movie Jurassic World. We're doing the gates as a replica, very similar to the Batcave but much smaller. They have the electric lights, it comes with the vehicle, and that will be coming out later this year. Then we're going to do a reissue of we did a fairly popular statue of the hatchling. We're making it into a baby blue. Drink bottles, and then we've got some of our plush here, which are called Claws Play instead of Paws Play, because they're dinosaurs. Alan Grant's missing. He got kidnapped by a raptor, but Alan Grant is included. He's a raptor.
Ok, bueno, estos los en vez de ser los Paws Play, son los Claw Play, o sea, los de garra, porque pues son dinosaurios, entonces tienen que tener. Y estos son los personajes de la película. Obviamente el personaje principal, que Alex no desapareció, pero sí está incluido, solo que obviamente no está aquí. Y bueno, regresan las botellas, regresa esta estatua del nacimiento, pero ahora va a venir en versión de blue. Y bueno, las puertas originales, que son en el estilo de la Baticueva, pero ahora con motivo de Jurassic Park, con las luces electrónicas, y bueno, todo para que lo tengan ahí una bonita oficina, so they can make a little office space.
Game of Thrones is one of our best-selling licenses. We're carrying on with Game of Thrones products. We have wine stoppers, so these are based on the map markers from the movie. They had props that they used to mark out the military forces on the map. We've turned them into wine stoppers. One of our exclusives for this event is a set of wine stoppers which will probably sell out. This is the version that will be available everywhere. The exclusive only has 2 in it. This one has 6, so you can play a Game of Thrones drinking game with this one. We have Cersei's crown, the most awful queen in Westeros. She deserves her own crown replica, so everybody can wear that and be a horrible, horrible bitch, just like her.
Ahí está la corona de Cersei, que es uno de los personajes más odiados de toda la serie, y bueno, pues merece tener su réplica, y aquí la tienen para que cualquiera pueda sentirse una perra como ella. Fue sus palabras, no las mías. Y bueno, tenemos los personajes de Game of Thrones, más bien estos son pues ahora sí que tapones para vino. y están hechos a la imagen de las señales que usan para marcar las tropas en los mapas. Aquí se llevaron a esta escala. Hay una exclusiva de Comic Con ahorita que solamente tiene dos tapones. Esta es la versión que va a incluir 6 y la que se va a vender a todo público, pero la exclusiva de Comic Con solo tiene 2 y muy probablemente se vaya a agotar.
And then the last shelf, nearly there, I promise. Game of Thrones plush. We've done very, very well with Game of Thrones plush. We've done the dire wolves as little baby cubs. Now we're doing them as adult, grown-up dire wolves. And sadly, there's only 2 left now. It's Ghost and Nymeria. All the others are deceased. So you get Ghost and Nymeria, and then the dead dragon that comes back from the dead. We've got a big version of him with light-up eyes. You squeeze his stomach and his eyes light up. So he's the white dragon.
Estos son los plush de Game of Thrones y ahora primero se hicieron en cachorros y ahora se hicieron adultos. Lamentablemente solamente quedan 2 de estos lobos, y así que son los que están. Y está el dragón bebé, o el baby dragon, que está hermoso. Does this make sound or what?
No, it just lights up, no sound.
Okay. Este enciende, cuando lo presionas enciende los ojitos.
And then we do very well with the metal lunchboxes, the collectible vintage lunchboxes. We have a whole ton of new lunchboxes coming out from 80s movies and comedies and some real obscure stuff, but we love this, and people seem to collect these things. They don't put anything in them, they just collect them.
Y bueno, pues las loncheras de metal, al estilo de las de antes, ahora pues vienen estas nuevas versiones porque a las personas les encanta coleccionarlas y siguen siendo un gran éxito de ventas.
And then last but not least, license plate frames for your car. So we did them for Jurassic Park, we did them for Jaws, so we're adding the Blues Brothers and Fast and the Furious. We just signed a Fast and Furious license, and there will be a lot more Fast and Furious product when we see you next time in New York.
Bueno, pues estas son los portaplacas. Ahora se empezaron con Jaws y con, Tiburón y con Jurassic Park. Ahora se suman los hermanos Caradura o The Blues Brothers y The Fast and the Furious, porque son la licencia que acaban de tener y nos están prometiendo que el próximo año en Toy Fair vamos a tener más de Fast and the Furious.
Gracias.
Well, Barry, thank you very much. Those are the exclusives, right?
Yes, all the exclusives up
O sea,
here.
para que vean las exclusivas que tenemos.
Right now, today, we're still in stock, but we will probably sell out of Georgie's boat and the Raptor Claw by probably within the next 2 hours, I would say. Okay. And then the others are all moving fast too. So hopefully this year will be our first sell-through on everything. We'll see, but we've been quite shocked actually how quickly they sold out.
Aquí se va a acabar todo. El ideíta es el que está a 2 de irse, y bueno, muy probablemente este año sea la primera vez que tengan un sold out en sus exclusivas. Entonces, Barry, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think we will see you again in
Yes, look forward
New
to
York. Y bueno, pues mientras aquí estuvo la presentación de lo que se está presentando en Comic Con aquí en Factory Entertainment. Nos vemos. Yo soy Ricardo Méndez, estamos en Juegos, Juguetes y Coleccionables desde Comic Con.
Thanks, guys. I got some buttons for you.